very attracted to the Mauritian economy. The island is positioned very strategically between two of the fastest growing continents in the world, between Africa and Asia. And we felt there was a real opportunity to capture the trade flows between those two continents. We were then very interested in AfrAsia as a bank, given its relative positioning within the Mauritian economy, and also we're very impressed with the management team and with the talent at the bank. Well, our intention is to, of course, if we've invested in a bank in Mauritius that is already very well positioned, we clearly want to work with local management. They understand their market the best, understand the client's needs. And so our position really is to bring additional expertise where and how that's possible. We are currently working on two opportunities. One is with commercial clients with respect to risk management solutions for managing financial market risk in interest rate, foreign exchange, and commodities. And we're also working on a second opportunity with respect to institutional clients and assisting them in managing assets and liabilities. Our intent is to continue to work with AfrAsia. Our strategy is to directly invest in banks that have a sizable presence in their natural market, which is the case with AfrAsia. Currently, we're the only Canadian bank that we know of that's actually put a stake in the ground and actively invested in Africa. And it's a very diverse continent with countries that have their own identity and their own business climate. And so I think being prudent in terms of where and how to invest in Africa is a good way to approach the continent. And so there seems to be a high degree of interest, but not necessarily any further investments that we're aware of at this point in time. But I would expect, given the growth prospects of the continent, with the population doubling in the next 30 years by 2050 to 2.5 billion, I think it'll drive substantial growth across a number of sectors and certainly drive consumption spending as well. From a strategy perspective, in terms of identifying what those opportunities are going to look like, we're clearly interested in companies that want to use Mauritius as a springboard for investment into Africa. And so between the capabilities and the talent that we have within AfrAsia and the advice and experience that we have in Canada, we will bring that to bear together in order to drive those opportunities moving forward. From the time it gained independence, it's clearly positioned itself, even though it's a relatively small island in the middle of the Indian Ocean. It's been a business climate that has opened itself up to foreign direct investment. They've clearly created standards that are world recognized in terms of having a very strong legal framework, in terms of having a very strong regulatory framework, strong governance practices, a very politically stable economy, and as well a very interesting culture, which reflects a lot of the duality of English and French, like we're used to in Canada and more specifically in Quebec. And so we felt there were a lot of similarities between a lot of similarities that we could relate to within the island. And once we decided on the geography, then it was a question of finding the right target for us to invest in. And we felt that AfrAsia, again, given its relative position, our goal is to invest in banks that are top 5 in their market. And AfrAsia fit that bill. It had a talented management team. It had a strong base of clients. It had a very well thought out and sound strategy. And so given those criteria, we felt very comfortable making the investment in AfrAsia.